Hi guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're doing my young adult swap and trade video number 10. Coming at you a little bit sooner than I was anticipating. Usually I go like at least 2 or 3 months in between these videos, but I just randomly had a lot of good trades, and then also some of my friends were super sweet and just randomly mailed me books and stuff. So I'm really excited. I do these videos when I have over 10 books, and I have about 15 books now. I also, when I did that giant unhaul, I hit up a bunch of my friends, and before I kind of did the last stage of unhauling, I was like, do you guys want any of these books? Do you want to trade, or do you want me to just send them to you? And so I got a lot of trades out of that as well, because I unhauled like 100 books. So if you guys want to check out that video, I'll put it up here in the cards. You can click that little eye and check it out. So I trade young adult books either when I don't like the books that I read and I just want to unhaul them, or when I'm just regularly unhauling TBR books, or I actually will purposefully buy things to trade with my friends for other things. And I'm a part of a young adult swapping group on Facebook. I have some other bookish friends in different areas. I've done stuff on Instagram and all kinds of things. It's really, really fun. The only tip and trick I would give you is to make sure that you're really comfortable with the person that you're trading with. I have been scammed one time in 2 years, which I think is pretty good because I've traded books like dozens of times, and I've only been scammed one time, and I kind of could see some warning signs with the person, but that's okay. We only promote positive things on this channel, so you don't need to be overly fearful of that, but just be kind of comfortable with the person who you're trading with, and kind of get a good feel that they are going to actually send you what they say they're going to send you. So most of these I traded with people I'm actually friends with now, and I've traded with several times, so we're just gonna dive right in. So my friend Taylor, I believe I sent her a copy of Shadow Cry. I don't remember the author's name, and I have never read it, and I don't own it or anything, but she really likes like gothic, darker reads, so I knew that she would like that one. So I traded her that for Coral by Sarah Eller. This is a newer mermaid release. And you guys, I'm sorry, it's like brightly sunny and then not sunny and then sunny and then not sunny. So anyway, so this is a mermaid book, and I just love mermaid books, and it's a newer release, and it's beautiful. And she found this for me and just kind of held on to it until I found something that she wanted. So, yay. And my friend Gretchen sweetly sent me Teuthania, Queen of the Fairy Armies. This is the Rise of the Guardians third book, which I need to read the second one. These are really fun. They're all based on like different like fairy tale characters. So the first one was kind of based on Santa Claus, and the second was the Easter Bunny, and this one is the Tooth Fairy, but they're like really good middle grade books. So I'm excited for this one, and the covers are like awesome. Then I had a random trade because I had some arcs. I had an arc of Spelled by Betsy Show, I think, and then an arc of The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein, and that I had just randomly found like at the Goodwill. And so we traded those for House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I have read this one. It is not mermaidy, but it might as well be. It's very like ocean islandy-esque, and it's a fantasy, and it's a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and it was really, really amazing and kind of underrated here on BookTube. I love it. I'll be talking about this quite a bit this summer, and I'm really glad to have my hands on a copy because it's so pretty. Look at the octopuses. Another random trade. So I had 2 arcs of the Testing series, which I do really want to read, but I unhauled them because I could find them on audio, and I personally like to keep things in hardback. So I'll either read them in hardback if I find them, or listen to them on audiobook, something like that, and it's a dystopian series. But I traded those for a copy of Defy Me by Tahereh Mafi because I have a horrible time finding Tahereh Mafi books. I still am missing like 2 from this series, and it's one of my all-time favorite series. There's some of my all-time favorite covers. I can't wait for the newest book. Hopefully I can trade for that one too. I have read that one. It was great. I can't remember what I traded for this one. Sorry. I traded something for Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I think at this point I was just kind of being nice because she really wanted whatever I had that I was unhauling, and I was trying to get rid of a bunch of things. And this is not the copy that I wanted of Stardust, but I just wanted to have a copy on my shelves, and I love this story. It's so, so good. It's a fantasy story. There's a movie about it. It's about a falling star that's actually a girl and a guy that wants to bring the falling star back to his love, and a whole adventurous thing, and it's really great. So eventually I'll update my copy, but this is a good placeholder for now. Okay, then my friend Rachel, who is actually a local girl that I met on Facebook Marketplace, place. She was like selling books and I bought them from her, and then we figured out we both love young adult books and we actually have been doing trades. So she is changing all of her hardcover books to paperback to like save on space. And so I had a copy of Dreams of Gods and Monsters and then The Unbecoming of Noah Shaw. And so I traded her those for Wild Card by Marie Lu, which I'm so excited about. I'm going to read this here soon because I read Warcross. I think I talked about that in my February wrap-up, so I'll link that up here in the cards if you guys want to hear me talk about it. But I loved it. Maybe by the time this video is out, I've already read this. I'm not sure, but I loved Warcross. And then Into the Still Blue by Veronica Rossi. This is the last book in the Through the Evernight series, which is kind of fantasy, sci-fi, maybe dystopian. I don't know. I have them all now and they're beautiful. Then we have my friend Lindsay, and she is just so wonderful and gracious and awesome. I always give her like multiple copies for the books she sends me because she orders a lot of book boxes and things and winds up getting a lot of duplicates of like really awesome new releases. So she sends me all these beautiful, like never been read new releases, and I feel bad about it since I get all of my books for like really, really cheap and they're not brand new, like they're in good shape, but they're not brand new. So I usually give her like 2 books per book that she gives me if she lets me. I can't remember everything that I gave her, but I know I found her a copy of The Siren by Kiera Cass because she was needing that one. And then I gave her a copy of Torn, I think, by Amanda Hocking, and then a bunch of other things that I can't remember. I'm sorry. It wasn't from my unhaul, I don't think. They were things that I specifically bought for her. So first, she sent me a bonus book. This is Aurora, the Eeld Spells Cycle book. I'm not sure if this is a self-published book or not, but this cover is amazing, and I think it's a fairy tale retelling, and she knows I love those, so she sent me this one. I think she might have been sent that one, I'm not sure. Then she sent me The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Beautiful. I probably am going to listen to this on audiobook. Oh, look at this. It's so pretty. I'm probably going to listen to this on audiobook, but I like keeping the physical book if I enjoy the audiobook, or if I enjoy reading it on my favorite shelves. So yay. Fantasy series, a guy goes on a quest. I never know much about it, but I'm really excited. But I do need to read The Night Circus first. And she sent me The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. Super excited for this one. This is like a retelling of King Arthur and Guinevere and Lancelot and all that jazz. And I met Kirsten White last year and really need to read something else from her because I have almost all of her books and I enjoyed her so much, and I loved Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. So really excited that I have this one. And I think they just dropped the cover for the second book in that series, and it's beautiful. Then she sent me Scavenge the Stars, which is the first 2020 book that I got this year by Tara Sims. So I don't know anything about this either. I think it's like Lady Knights. I'm not really sure. I could be totally off. I'm sorry for the lighting changes. It is cloudy today. Beautiful. This is one of the 2020 releases I was interested in. I don't think I talked about it in my video, but this was definitely in my brain, and she had an extra copy, so I took it. And then she sent me Kingsbane by Claire Legrand, which is the second book in the Furyborn series. It is gigantic. I'm excited to get to this one though. I have to read the first one first though. Hopefully I like the first one, because now I have both, because I'm bad. And then lastly, I traded with my friend Sandra over on Instagram. She is the Book Yogi. I will try and link her down below in the description, like not for trading purposes because she's just my friend, but just because she posts a ton of bookish content. And you guys, Sandra is killing it, okay? She is awesome, first of all. She's like a mom, full-grown adult. She does yoga and teaches yoga and fitness. She was on that show that The Rock hosted, like the Gladiator thing. She reads like 220 books a year, like a lot of them are audio, and then she's like going to school and raising kids, and she is amazing. So if you watch people on YouTube and you're like, well, they read a lot, they don't read as much as Sandra. She like posts everything, she does like all these different things, and she's just so inspiring. And to me, it's like when you are really in the zone and you're like healthy and happy and focused, you can accomplish so many things. It is insane. And then I'm over here and I'm like having a hard time reading 3 books a month when I used to read 10 and Sandra reads like 20, which is fine. You shouldn't compare yourself to other people, but I just see her and she is just crushing life and happy, and she looks amazing and she's so cool. So anyway, so I DM'd her and we did a trade, and she gets a lot of awesome books as well. So I gave her Panic by Lauren Oliver, which I unhauled just because I wasn't going to get to it for a long time. And then I had a copy of Red Rising, which I had a paperback copy that I specifically bought for trading and that she hasn't read it yet. And it's one of my favorites, so I'm excited for her to read it soon. So she sent me The Orphan Queen and The Mirror King, both by Jodi Meadows, part of the Orphan Queen trilogy, I think, plus a little bookmark that went with it. I've been eyeing these because the covers are so amazing. They're like fantasy, I don't know what they're about, but the covers are amazing. And I do like Jodi Meadows. I think I've read other things from her that I can't remember. So hopefully I like them because they're beautiful. And then she sent me These Rebel Waves by Sarah Rosh, which I think my friend Brittany over at Brit Nicole got dark because of the sun. I'm very sorry. My friend Britt over at Brit Nicole really liked this one. I hope it was this one. We were both reading like a bunch of like, not just mermaidy, but islandy and piratey and oceany books last year. And I like Sarah Rosh's Snow Like Ashes book a lot. And I know this one is like pirates, and I don't think there's mermaids, but there's like pirates and oceans and stuff. So yay, first book in that series. And then lastly, she's amazing, and she sent me this mermaid book sleeve that I have been wanting for so long, and she didn't tell me, I didn't ask anything, I had no idea she even had this. I keep seeing this on like my book buying group, and I keep wanting to buy it, but I already have a mermaid book sleeve and I already have other sleeves, and I'm so pumped because I've been eyeing this for so long. It's a mermaid and a unicorn, so now I have so many book sleeves. This is by Book Bow, I think, but I think it came in a box. I don't remember which bookish box, but I don't get any bookish boxes, which I'm glad about because I would hoard everything that comes in them. So that was awesome. Sandra's the sweetest. I sent her a bunch of like homemade bookmarks and things to kind of like say thank you. So anyway, that's all the swapping and trading I did. So great. I've made so many great bookish friends. It's just so much fun and so sweet. This community is just, it's wonderful. I've literally traded with teenagers to middle-aged people, and it has been so amazing because everybody likes YA or everybody should like YA. And I've done it some adult trading as well, like Starless Sea is adult and things like that. So let me know if you guys like to trade, if you haven't done it with your friends and family, or if you like hoard every book that you own forever, or if you just like to kind of mix things up. And yeah, I will link some other fun videos for you to watch up in the cards, and I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side. Bye!